Philanthropy is critical. It fundamentally helps the University of Cincinnati Cancer Center in two ways. One is patient care that can help fill the gaps that patients have in their day-to-day struggle of dealing with cancer. And the second component that philanthropy can fuel is research.
Many research questions need to start with a source of pilot funding. So one of the most important aspects of philanthropy is providing that necessary seed money for the initial ideas. And so this could be on the basic science side, could be in the clinical trial side. It's really critical to bridge the gap from an idea to something that's impactful immediately.
Hi, I'm Phil Byrne, former president, retired now, of BSI Engineering. Initially, when the company got started, we set aside 5% of our profits right from the very beginning, and the University of Cincinnati Cancer Center were the biggest recipient because we named the company at that time after Brian Spiker, which is what the BSI stands for. Brian Spiker was a friend of mine. He was a mentor, good gentleman, left a mark. Brian had died of pancreatic cancer in 2003. We started the company in 2007. If you were to remember one thing about Brian Spiker, I would say it was his kindness.
My name is Dan Heck. I'm president of BSI. I took over for Phil Byrne. My first really connection with the University of Cincinnati Cancer Center is through our charitable giving. We've been supporting pancreatic cancer research, and UC was developing a program that we were happy to support.
Our goal is that anyone facing cancer in the greater Cincinnati community does not have to leave Cincinnati. Everything that a patient facing cancer might need, whether it is multidisciplinary care, whether it is clinical trials, whether it is a personalized vaccine trial, or holistic care, survivorship care, everything is provided at the University of Cincinnati Cancer Center.
The focus of the GI disease group is really threefold. One is providing clinical care with all these different disease teams. Two is doing research on the basic science side as well as on the clinical trial side to advance the care in all of these different cancers. And then third is education. We have several different training programs for training physicians who are learning how to care for patients with GI cancers.
The University of Cincinnati is a powerhouse. The people that they've assembled and the organization that they set up, I think, is exceptional.
We have a very cutting-edge pancreas cancer vaccine trial. These patients who would generally get surgery and chemotherapy have good outcomes but not great. A lot of their cancers can come back. Therefore, we have a cutting-edge vaccine trial where the patient's tumor is sent to a lab and they make a personalized vaccine against that patient's cancer. So not only is the treatment quite safe, the treatment then is hopefully going to lead to long-term cures.
We want to continue to drive innovation, drive innovative ideas, and really be a hub for the science, also for clinical care.
I think it's important to embrace something that's bigger than yourself, to give back to your community, to be able to put your profits to work for something that has greater meaning and greater purpose, that's going to impact more than the 230 people you have in terms of your employees. I think that's just what we're called to do. I think it brings meaning to the whole organization.
When we gave the first $10,000, the University of Cincinnati built the program based on maybe a $10,000 seed money, because I know they turned the $10,000 and used that money to apply for other grants, and then it just built upon itself, became a snowball effect. We got to the point where instead of 10,000 each year, we were doing 150 and just continuing to add to it. We've given well over $1 million to pancreatic cancer. They were good stewards of the money. They obviously built the program to the place where it is today, which I think rivals anywhere in the country, personally.
Certainly as we've grown and more charitable funds have become available, we realize that we can make a bigger impact. It started with just cancer research, awareness with Give Hope, but it really has evolved to the point where when we get to know the folks at University of Cincinnati and understand their mission and their goal, it's easy to kind of get on board with it. So as they're evolving, we're happy as the funds are available to help them accomplish their mission.
If you live in Cincinnati, even if you don't, if you're in the surrounding area, you need to meet some of the University of Cincinnati Cancer Center people and realize you've got some high caliber, dedicated people who will do good work. So, make a difference, right? Pay it forward.